Heroin addiction is ripping apart lives and families here in the tri-state and all across the country, really. The National Institute on Drug Abuse says almost a quarter of all people who use heroin become addicted. A local woman beat the odds, even though it took her a decade to beat heroin. Sheila Gray has her story of survival in tonight's Family 411.
Elle Ketterer's path to college graduation was a rocky one. Her mortarboard says it all, from heroin to heroin.
I'm now like the heroine of my own story. I have control over my life and my destiny.
A few years ago, heroin and other people were controlling her life.
I think I made the wrong friends.
I felt helpless to help her.
Elle left high school, her parents, and her home at 17. For years, moving around and using.
Back then I was so lost. You just kind of push people away. Anybody that might look at you and say, "What are you doing with your life?"
You'd never know that now, seeing her play on the floor with her stepson and her longtime partner.
I think I was constantly trying to fill something in me and looking to other people and to substances to do it.
Elle says there was no one moment when she realized she needed to get her life together, but she put down the heroin. No medication, no treatment. I asked a couple of doctors just how hard is it to do that?
It's rare. I mean, it's certainly not impossible, but it's rare.
Dr. Mike Kalfas has been treating addiction for about 15 years. It makes up about a third of his family practice. He says beating heroin is much more difficult than other addictions because it physically changes the brain.
They're not even using because they want to anymore. It's just they don't feel normal if they don't use.
He says overcoming heroin addiction is only possible with a tremendous amount of support. Elle found support when she got her GED and received a free community college course and kept going.
I've had the best professors. Every single moment that they would see me, they would grab me "How are you? What's going on today?"
She stuck to the goal, one step at a time, arriving at college commencement at age 29.
Congratulations to Elle.
I wanted to stand up. I wanted to cheer. So it was a great moment.
Now, close family bonds and pursuing a purpose pushed Elle even farther from home. She just began work on her Ph.D. in psychology at the University of Melbourne in Australia.
I had to put in an application somewhere, and why not Australia?
It's a world away from the girl she was and the life she had, but she believes anyone can find the path she did with a piece of advice that might be surprising.
I'm pretty sure that you can walk into most community colleges and you can find a whole network of people that will reach out and they will help you find your niche in life. They will help you find a way up and a way out.
From heroin to heroin, Elle says no drug will ever feel as good as controlling where she goes next.
I really don't think so.
Sheila Gray, Local 12 News.
That is grit for sure. We have a link for Narcotics Anonymous at local12.com. Just click on the red Get It button to take you there. And join Local 12 for a special town hall forum on the heroin epidemic. It's tomorrow night at 7 o'clock at Mason Middle School. Everyone's invited, or you can watch it live on channel 12.2, the CW, as well as online at local12.com.